I'm Lauren Austin, and I'm at the moment. Trends is not something that we chase so much. I think the biggest trends that we follow are more aesthetic trends. I am currently the Chief Creative Officer at MKG, which is a creative agency specializing in brand experiences. We believe in action over ads. And we're living in a time where nobody wants to be advertised to, and we have the great fortune of working in a corner of this industry where people are actually excited to interact with brands. Always said that I'm a creative person with no actual creative skills, and I managed to find a path that allowed me to do exactly that. It's creative thinking without any creative making myself. People don't want to be advertised to. And a lot of people, when they talk about that generationally as if Gen Z doesn't want to be advertised to. But I don't think that's true. Nobody wants to be advertised to. The reason that it's so obvious now is because we're so inundated and surrounded by advertising of all kinds in all forms at literally all times of the day. So it's more apparent than ever that we don't want to be sold to. We don't want to be convinced of things all day long. But what people do want is an exchange. And that exchange can take many forms. It's why we see creator marketing blowing up and brands transferring so much of their budgets from traditional advertising to creator marketing is because what they're getting from that, what consumers are getting from that is entertainment. Brands are entertaining them through creators or through their own content. Trends is not something that we chase so much. I think the biggest trends that we follow are more aesthetic trends. So obviously there's, a color palette that can be trendy, or there's elements that our design team and our creative team brings in that are trend forward. But for us and at MKG, I think for me, the bigger trend is a macro trend of brands willing to get a little bit weirder. We're working, again, at a macro level. I think what we're working on is trying to change the conversation. As I mentioned before, there's been kind of a lag in innovation and a lag in change in the industry. And we see this enormous gap right now. And it's a conversation that we're actively trying to change with our brand partners and with the industry at large. There's a gap where CMOs still seem to think that traditional advertising is what people want, but what consumers actually want, and the data is very, very clear, is brand experiences, creator-led experiences, and creator content. And to change to shorten that gap is a mission that we're on as an agency to really prove out the power of brand experience and show brand leaders that this is where they should be prioritizing their budgets and their focus, as opposed to traditional channels which people are literally paying to avoid. We recently did a big project for HBO Max and The White Lotus that was partially consumer-driven, also influencer and press-driven. We really wanted to celebrate the season 3 finale and make it a big cultural moment. HBO does an incredible job of eventizing their episodes and eventizing their series, but we took it a step further with them by actually creating The White Lotus in real life for a handful of superfans, press, media, influencers, and creators, but also just superfans of the show who were able to feel like they were stepping inside a White Lotus, minus the murders, for the first time ever.